I was talking to Natalie from North Augusta.
Excellent.
I had asked her about a thing that she said a couple of episodes ago. We were talking about how many times per year is it acceptable to duke your pants as an adult.
Yeah.
And she said, I think the number was 2 or 3, but she said, I work at a library and I've seen some shit from the general public.
Wow.
Wow. You know, I said pun intended.
Not
but
where
also,
you expect that to be a problem.
literally and figuratively. But so while I was standing there with her, I said, can I get you to just expound a little on why the library is such a popular spot for duking oneself?
Yeah.
And she recorded some audio for us.
Oh,
Here
wow.
is what she said.
Hell yeah.
Just last week, we had a bathroom we had to close that was covered. The walls were covered in liquefied poo. Then later,
Is this like a finger painting situation? Somebody went in to make their Rembrandt masterpiece?
No, it looked like it had sprayed from the actual sphincter to the walls. like a
I appreciate your accuracy in describing the situation. Thank you.
No problem. And then after that, later we had someone who vomited in the lobby and then into the trash can in our bathroom. And she was very concerned that she had to dig through the trash to get her partials out of the trash can full of baby diapers. And
Oh, so you've got shizzle and puke combining into a noxious concoction.
yes.
And she's digging, I assume, barehanded.
Well, until she got the custodian to come help, and she did have gloves. But then that same week, because we have seniors coming in to get their taxes done, we had someone who did poop in the room and then dribbled down to the lobby to the bathroom.
Now, we don't mean they were bouncing a basketball. We mean they were leaving a trail
Yes.
of liquefied shiznit.
Yeah. Well, liquid/solid, but I guess plopping.
So they're still actively crapping as they leave the room like a horse?
Yes.
Okay, how often do you deal with this kind of thing?
It's pretty frequent. But some people have a reputation for doing it, and then some people it's just a random situation that happens.
Can you bar those people from coming in?
We wouldn't bar them. We may ask them to use a chair that we know is easier to clean.
You're very accommodating for your serial poopers.
We do our best.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this scenario or these stories?
Remember that your library loves you.
Hot damn.
Holy fucking Christ.
Wow.
That is, it's not whatever you lose. I don't care if it's like something your grandpappy brought back from the war. It's gone.
Yeah.
If it's in the shitty diaper bin
With vomit.
with puke,
Oh my God.
it's gone. And I can't speak for Carl. I can't imagine going into a place, using the restroom, and fucking like spread shotting the wall.
I'm trying to figure out the logistics of that. Like, how?
You would need to install a swing.
Yeah.
Like the great for Schniz
Are you standing
might
on,
have in his bedroom.
Are you standing? Don't have the roof beam
okay.
added in yet.
Damn.
But are you standing on it? And then like
That's
what positioning do you have to achieve?
the swing is the only way I can make this make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and you do need to reinforce the ceiling beams.
Yeah, it would, like turrets on a fucking battleship. Like,
Right.
You'd have to be like kind of positioned on a turret where you could swivel.
Yeah.
and aim
Yep.
yourself
And just-
higher or
and
lower.
Just get that good rotation going, like a machine gun.
Thank you, Natalie from North Augusta, but Jesus Christ.
That does remind me of someone who shat at my workplace. This is back many years ago. I was working in a movie theater. I may have already told this story, and I apologize.
I don't think you have.
But I was working in a movie theater in Murrells Inlet, South Carolina.
Yeah.
So we've got the beach right there. It's a really nice place.
Down on the coast.
Yeah. And
Is that low country or is that up around?
oh, it's very low country.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a little slow at the time. It's early in the morning. People are starting to come in. And at the time, I'm an associate manager.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around making sure everything's good. And I see this little pile of poo.
Oh, boy.
I'm like, oh, somebody brought in a dog.
Yeah, the way
Right?
that Vishnu said that was like,
And
it was like a little gift was left.
yeah, I mean,
I
it
see a little
looked
pile of
like
poo.
a little curled.
Like
dog
the fucking
poo.
emoji.
Yes, very much. So I'm like, oh, hell. And I grab one of my ushers. I'm like, hey, I got to go find this dog. they're not allowed in here. Can you grab that one for me real quick? Mm-hmm. And he looks at me and he's like, ah, shit. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I need you to do. And he goes over there, and I'm looking around for a dog, right? Mm-hmm. And the only people that I can see is this little old lady helping her husband. Yeah. Little dude with a cane. He's kind of trotting along. And I realize that when I say trotting along, I mean literally it's dropping out the leg of his pants.
Oh, no.
In these neat little bloop, 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 about every 5 or 6 steps.
But he's putting like the Dole Whip on top of him somehow.
I have no idea how this is working. But she gets him to the men's room, and I'm like, is everything okay? You know, obviously not. Well, at the same time, I'm hearing my usher behind me gagging because it's got a stench about it. Poor guy is not feeling well.
No.
She's like, no, can we refund our tickets? We're not going to be able to make the movie. I'm like, that's fine.
Understandable.
Not a problem. Get you guys the fuck out of here. Can I have you walk on the linoleum from now on instead of that Berber carpet, please? We get him out.
At least you don't have the nice shag pile in there.
The usher is going along, and he's blooping up, and he has to empty this damn dustbin like 3 times. He gets to the bathroom, he comes out, and he says, nah, man. Nah. I said, you've got to do this. He says, listen, you told me when you started being a manager that, you know, a good manager is willing to do anything. And if he asks somebody to do something he's not willing to do, he's a shit manager. Mm-hmm. And I said, you son of a bitch. Yeah, you called me out.
You're literally a shit manager.
So, yeah, I had to go clean that up because dude had literally just left his pants. I never saw them leave. I didn't witness it. So he must have left with no pants on. I guess a long shirt.
How did you miss the elderly man pantsless?
Because I was trying to help get the rest of it cleaned up, and he must have skedaddled out there. He was skedaddling in his pants.
He fucking found a way to
pick up the step. That place was fucking destroyed.
That's nasty.
It was nasty as hell.
You and Natalie from North Augusta could probably share notes.